Good evening. When I was 9 years old, I started taking guitar lessons from my neighbor's friend. On my very first lesson, the very first thing I was taught was how to play the E chord. At the time, I thought that this was just one measly chord that I could only use if I had a broader range of music theory knowledge. However, I couldn't have been further from the truth. What I came to understand is that that one simple chord could be used to play a number of different songs spanning all genres. And that is what I'm here to demonstrate to you tonight. Tonight I'm going to demonstrate how to play multiple songs spanning all genres using one simple chord. After today, you'll be able to play some of the most notable songs that were ever written. And this is perfect for any beginning guitar players in the audience, as this one chord can open the door to a library of other songs that you guys can play. So first, I'll demonstrate how to play the E chord. Following that, I'll show you how you can simply move your hand up the neck of the guitar, form the A chord, followed by the B chord, and finally I will put everything together by demonstrating how to play various songs using those three chords. So first and foremost in this process is the E chord. And to form this chord, you simply place your index finger on the G string of the first fret, which is the fourth string from the top of the guitar. You follow that by taking your middle finger and placing it on the A string on the second fret, and directly below that you place your ring finger on the D string of the second fret as well. The beauty of this chord is that, and why it's so commonly taught as one of the first chords to beginning guitar players, is that all six strings are involved. So you simply form the chord with your hand and strum all six strings, and there you have it. According to hooptheory.com, which is a music theory blog and now turned into a book, when playing in the key of E, this chord shows up 68% of the time, which means you learn this one chord and you have a fantastic foundation for multiple different songs and multiple different genres. The next step in this process is the A chord, and there are multiple variations in different ways to play the A chord, but lucky for you all here tonight, you already know one. So to form the A chord, you simply take the E chord that you were in earlier and slide it up 6 frets, so that your index finger is now on the 6th fret and your middle and ring finger are on the 7th fret. The only notable difference from this chord and the E chord is that instead of playing all 6 strings, you simply play from the 2nd string down, so the bottom 5 strings. Simple enough. And following that is the B chord, which also a host of variations to play this chord, but you already know the one to play. You just move your hand 2 frets up so that your index finger is on the 8th fret and your middle and ring finger are on the 9th fret. Notice that through all of these different chords, we never change what our left hand was doing. We use the E chord for all 3 chords. We just slid it up the guitar and through the fret. And so, a San Francisco State University student looked at the top 25 most viewed songs on YouTube. And she did a study to determine what chord patterns were used. And in all 25 of the most viewed songs on YouTube, these 3 chords were used together in some variation or another, in some order or another. And these are just a list of songs throughout history that have used these simple chords. And now I will demonstrate to you how to play some of the most notable songs ever written using these 3 chords: the E chord, the A chord, and the B chord. So if you know any of these songs, please feel free to sing along. So, oogie, oogie, oh baby, I've gotta go. Stacy's mom has got it going on. Stacy's mom has got it going on. Twist and shout. I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more. And in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. So you can see, by using these 3 chords, you can play a number of different songs And what makes these songs so iconic is that they're so familiar. And what makes these songs so familiar is that they use the same chord progression. Rob Capillo, who is the host of What Makes It Great on NPR, said that what makes these chords so great is that there's no resolution. There's no distinct sound of we're here. You can kind of just keep cycling them. And that's why it is great for rock music and country music over the past few years. So in conclusion, to wrap up what we've done today, I first taught you how to play the A chord, or the E chord, and I demonstrated how to play the A chord and the B chord by simply moving your hand up the neck. And finally, I'd just like to say that with this information, you can go out and maybe be the next big thing in music, because after all it takes is 3 chords. Thank you. Are there any questions?
I have a question.
Yes,
Of the songs that you can play with those 3 chords, what would you say your favorite is?
my favorite would have to be the classic band and household name, Fountains of Wayne, which wrote Stacy's Mom, or The Proclaimers, I'm Gonna Be, which is also called 500 Miles. It's probably my favorite, deep down. You also have a question?
Yeah, it was similar. What is your all-time favorite?
My all-time favorite song to play? Oh god, that's a tough question. My all-time favorite song to play on guitar would, right now, I'll say is Girls by the 1975. So, great head on. So, are there any more questions from the audience? Yes, sir.
So you're a journalism major, right?
I am a journalism major.
Do you want to take that major and go into music?
Not necessarily, but there is a number of things that you can do with journalism and music, like release a magazine or a bunch of other magazines that follow. So it's kind of cool to see how they intertwine. But I personally don't directly want to go into that. Is that it? Thank you guys so much.